What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of me. I've been thinking about making a video for a while, so here it is. The title of this is Why Do We Not Learn from Our Mistakes? As human beings, we are apt to make mistakes, but the beautiful thing is we can learn from them. But why do we not learn and then repeat the same mistake over and over again sometimes? I've been thinking about it. One of the reasons could be the fact that we are not recognizing the mistake. Like you don't know that you are making a mistake. One could be the fact that you don't know which part of you makes the mistake. Like one day you sit down, you look at your life, you see that, wow, everything got very wrong, and then you can see it. And then you can see how you made the mistake, but you don't see why you made the mistake. So maybe you gotta repeat it a few more times to learn from it. So far, not recognizing making the mistake and not knowing the part of you that is making the mistake. Like obviously, the part of you that is making the mistake, let's say, is in need of something, and that's the way that he knows how to make up for that. So he goes to the same channels over and over again. Another could be denial of the mistake. Like you don't see that it's a mistake. You always, this one is a hard one. Like not recognizing is more ignorance. Not being able to give a certain part of you what it needs is also ignorance. But the denial level is relatively interesting because at that moment you don't see that you are making a mistake. The ignorance has been further impeded by the denial. So here there is identity issues. Maybe the person who is making the mistake is not capable of acknowledging the mistake that they are making. Like it takes a lot of work to acknowledge that you are making a mistake. Like you have to be so safe and so secure in your understanding of yourself that, hey, like there's in order for you to be wholesome, there has to be some holes in your game, and then you kind of have to be secure enough to see that I like this part of me is making a mistake, but then you don't have that capacity to see. I think this is more like super ego driven mistake, from the sense that, let's see, super ego driven mistake slightly. Like if I'm a good person, then like if my understanding of me is that I'm a good person, then the bad things that I do, I won't be able to acknowledge. And the bad things are, let's say, quote unquote, the results or the things that I conclude as mistakes, then my good identity will not be able to accept the bad things. So basically, your view is very limited. You can't see yourself whole. What else could it be? Why do we not learn from the mistakes? Maybe we secretly, like again, this goes back to the identification thing. Maybe we have mistaken our identity. I have to pay attention to the traffic. These could be the things. Why do we not learn from mistakes? Why do I not? Okay, it's one thing that I commonly tend to do. Make this a theory, so it doesn't sound like I am talking about me, but I am talking about me. And the more I talk about me, the more you get to learn about yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are just looking at a person who is talking to himself. And then hopefully this will reflect upon you to be able to talk honestly upon yourself. Honesty. When did we learn to be more secure with lies? That is the question that I should ask. When did this happen? On the other side, it's fall. It's a beautiful time of the year. According to me, it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's about it. That was the flow of my consciousness, and it flew. Why do I not learn from my mistakes? What mistakes do I make? That is a question that should follow up. Well, the subjectivity of a mistake is kind of at stake here. I think it is because of when you don't know who you are in your core, then basically you can justify any mistake. This is for the deniers. Yeah, it's easy to deny because today you feel like this, so you can justify that. And tomorrow you feel like that, so you can justify it. Intellectualization process. Switch over here, one more here. Ding, 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 ding. All right, I said what I wanted to say. Peace and love to you guys. Why do you not learn? Do you learn from your mistakes? If you do, how? If you don't, why? Mistakes are the best, actually, because when I was in high school, I had to tell this story. For the duration of the school time, we were in the last year, we were allowed a lot of free time so we could study for the test. And then I would just go around at all of my peers who is getting ready for the test or not, who's just trying to solve a problem. I would just go all day and find the hardest questions, the questions that most people got mistaken. I would take a test and I would hyper focus on the 5 mistakes that I made, because that was where the gem was. That was where I could make the improvement, so the next test I could be better. So in a way, having a lot of mistakes in your life is good, that you can really hyper focus on the improvements. So in a way, if we learn how to treasure the mistake, then it will be way easier to learn from.